welcome to another installment of Toe Freely. Yay! It's my hat. Excuse me. So today I have two marijuanas, and it's not a piece of one another. I got two full ones. I'm gonna do two separate shows. I'm gonna do one on one, then I'm gonna do one on another. So you're gonna see both shows, but you're gonna be on separate. Okay. So today the name of our weed, or marijuana, or cannabis, or whatever people want to hear the name of, is called Just Irene. That's what it's called, folks. Just Irene. Just Irene. OG. And I haven't smoked any. Just got both of them in today. Haven't smoked any. But let me show you what it looks like. Okay, I got some light here for you. All right, there you go. Now see that? It's got some green, a little red in it, a little brown in it, or blonde, you know. Hold it up there one more time to take one last look. All right. And the smell. Now see, this way it's getting me, folks, all the time. This way I get a little confused. Now this smell is where it's called Just Irene. So Just Irene smell good, but high in THC. But it's a wanginess smell to it. Something wangy, you know. Very exotic. Very exotic. Hey, this may be an exotic if they call it OG, because like I said, sometimes you guys don't know. But it is. It has a very exotic smell to it. Something that I actually have to say I've never smelled this smell before. Except for the THC smell, that OG THC smell. Other than that, it's very distinguished smell. It's pretty good. Like I said, I've never smelled this smell before. Now, I'm going to register this one to make sure that I smell the smell again, so I know it by name. See, the texture breaks down beautiful. No stickiness, no gumminess. Breaks down beautifully. You don't even need a grinder to break this down, and it don't grind into dust, or fine powder. This is very good. Breaks down very nice. Already, that's a 10 already on my scale. See, I'm doing what country we're doing, so let me stop. But it's the texture that I like, you know, nice smell. I mean, well, it is a nice smell, but it's a unique smell. That's what I'm gonna say. It's just a very unique smell. I've never smelled this smell before, but I'm gonna register it so I know that Just Irene, if that's the name of it, it's truly the name of it. But because the smell is, I've never smelled it before. It's very unique, very exotic. Weird, but interesting. Not nasty or bad, but just weird. That's all I can say about that. So we're gonna light the bulb before we get started. Let me turn this down a little bit, folks. It sounds a little loud to me. How about right there? That sounds a little better. So before I get started, remember I'm trying to get 10,000 likes, thumbs up, and so subscribers before the end of the year. Uh, Please share video. What else is it? Don't forget to check out my other endeavors with Soul Time with Country Mr. Reese and New Way to Do It with Reese. That's on podcasts, on Anchor, Spotify, iHeart. Getting commercials. That's just something, folks. Now, I thought I had prepped this. Not right now, but anyway. Okay, so I think did I get everything out the way? Or did I just lose my thought? Okay, check out Soul Time Country Mr. Reese. I said that. Oh, don't forget, I have my design for my t-shirts now, folks. Great design. You're gonna like this art. I'm gonna be featuring this artist a lot. I'm gonna mention his name a lot, and I'm gonna want you people to go get his art because I researched him. I gave the brother a hard time, but I really, you know, gave him that time to see if he was real because I already got ripped off once by somebody, and it wasn't the fact of really getting ripped off. I really want to know if he could get my vision across. And he did to 98% of mine. But I have to admit, the stuff that he gave me for like samples actually was better than my stuff. So I'm going to, his name is Ben Mullen. Muller or Mullen? I have to look that up. That's got me saying Mullen. I think it's Muller. I mean, not Ben, David Muller. Where I get Ben from? I don't know. It's David Muller or Muller. It's one of the two. And you can see him on Instagram and Facebook. He does very unique work, even though I mean it's other artists doing work very kind of similar to his, but to me he's got a little bit of a twist to his stuff. So check him out. He's very inexpensive. He does good work, and I told him I'm gonna make him famous. So I got to keep to my words, folks. So now I get to the week. Okay, so would you like to join? I still see the other shows out there trying, but see, I'm already a step ahead of you guys. I see y'all got good graphics on your stuff. I wish I could get me a good person that can do that stuff. I can't do that stuff. And I ain't gonna sit up here and lie and say I can do it, because I can't, you know. And like I say, I don't get very much help. But so far, I can tell you already it's strong. It's got that same kind of taste that it has with the smell. I can't really describe that. It's irene. That's all I can say. But it's got a good taste, no aftertaste. It's a hint. Well, I take that back. It's a hint of the chemical THC. I can taste that. It's a hint. Or either just so strong I can taste it. But it's high in THC. Let's get to smoking some more. See what we do. I like it. I'm kind of scared to take a deep pull off. I feel like I'm on bar, but I'm gonna have to do it just to prove it. Get it out of it. But it's got a taste. It's a little chemical. I'm gonna have to be honest. It's a little chemical. You get that chemical feeling. That's something like it's a chemical in it or something, because it rushes straight to your head. It rushes straight to your head. So you don't wait for nothing. And it's gonna make it cough too. And I ain't even trying to take enough to cough. But I can feel it when it go down here. It's going on the weeds that sit right there. Until it anticipates or come back up. Just one to take. Okay, let's try a cough. I know cough. Let's do a coughability test. All righty there. Woo! Okay, I knew that was gonna happen. I could taste it. I already knew it. Wow. This stuff is really strong. I'm kind of surprised how strong it is. Before I could even finish taking my second pour, I was already coughing out some of the weed. Ooh, got my eyes watering. Hold on, folks. Ooh. I had my towel just. Ooh, man. All right, fellas. Thumbs on this one. So, folks, shit, I ain't even gotta finish this joint. I'm high. Can't stop coughing now. I need something to drink. Hold on, folks. Some water. Woo! That was strong there, Missy. All right, well, I know I'm gonna have folks looking for this. When you pull up to your guy, you say, "Hey, Jess Irene." They be like, "What the hell is you talking about, lady?" Jess Irene said, "Jess Irene." God damn it, we want some Jess Irene, and don't make it up. If I could give you a description of what it smelled like, folks, I've never smelled this smell before. Very, very unique. I can't tell if that's THC or is that just the way it is. I've never smelled that smell. It's very unique. I'm going to register that one. Woo. Give me a minute. Alrighty. Okay, here we go. Round two, folks. This is some good weed. Wow. Okay, so what's going on in the world? Let's see. They threatening to shut us down again, folks. This time they ain't gonna probably give you no PPP loans. You know, they gonna like pee your ass out of here. You know, let me see what else. Over the pandemic thing, which this show is not to bring on no gloom and doom subjects like that, but you know, it is getting a little outrageous. Whew, goodness, and I'm hot now. So my last few weeks, I have to say the last, I would have to say 3 or 4. I haven't wasn't really happy with those. You know, I'm glad that a batch like this came around. I bought this from my guy. Uh, he deals with the dispensary, but he don't like for me to say names of dispensaries and stuff that he deal with. So I'm not going to do that out of respect for him. But he does get his weed from dispensary. You can almost tell this came from a dispensary. The way it tastes, good, clean taste, like I said, like it was grown through pure water. Sometimes you can taste the purity of the water when it's going through it because I think these are hydroponics. I don't think these are grown in the ground and dirt and that kind of stuff. I think it's constantly water. It's going through water and it's growing into a hydroponic thing. Because with these cans, you always taste, and they say water is tasteless and us, but if you drink water enough, water has a taste. You know it. Put it this way, you know water from anything else. Okay, you'd be like, hey, that's water. You know. So to me, sometimes I think I can taste the water. You taste the water as it went through the plant, the pureness of the water, not just the water per se, but maybe like the pureness of the water. And I have to say, I can taste it in this one as well. Like, only it's been a couple that I can say, that was good, clean water or something like that. Because it has a good, like this one, even though I've never smelled it, never tasted, had any of this before, it's got a very clean uh, taste and smell to it. Very clean. Nothing. Like I said, I can't tell if that's chemical or the THC. I can't really tell that smell because I've never smelled this smell. So it's a new smell for me. It's an adventure. So, and I'm probably going to keep smelling it. You know, you can smell the OG, the hint of that OG smell that in there. But it's like 7 other smells. You know, a little bit of sweetness. Something smells bitter. Something smells like it could be hot. You know, like if you ever smell cayenne pepper, you know, by smelling it, you can say, well, shit, that's hot. You know, or some type of pepper. It's sort of like that, but it's no hot taste or hot thing. It just has that kind of smell to it. And like I said, it's like 7 different other smells. And I don't know if that the smell all together makes it this smell or whatever, but it's unique. And I have to say that it's very unique. I'm impressed so far with it. And see, folks, I still got this much left. And I'm talking my ass off. Anytime you see me talking like this, I'm already high. Nose running, everything. But I have to say it's pretty good weed. You know, it's called Jess Irene. So if you go to your dispensary and go, give me some damn Jess Irene. Jess Irene, damn it. Jess Irene. That's what I want. You know, they probably look at you crazy. But the guy swears this is the name of it. So if you come across it or you see it, you know, just get some Irene. But I like this. I like this weed. You know, this weed would go good with a nice cold glass of. I wouldn't say Chardonnay. I like Chardonnay sometimes, but I'm more of a fruity wine person. So I would say a glass of Zinfandel, or maybe I don't know because I'm a big Zinfandel person. But Chardonnay, I guess Chardonnay. You know, fruity Chardonnay. They make a fruity Chardonnay. You know, but I have had some wine from Barefoot Contessa. I'm throwing y'all out there, Barefoot. They make a pretty good line of sweet wines. If you like, not too sweet either. You know, they're not too tart, not too sweet. But they make a pretty good line, yeah, of nice sweet wines. And you should check them out. I drink them all the time. It's Barefoot Contessa. That's what it's called, Barefoot Contessa. I drink them all the time. I think it's some of the best wine. I mean, you know, when I was a young guy, I used to work at this museum called the Museum of Contemporary Art, and I worked at the damn, I can't say the name of it. The other museum that's here. The Art Institute. That's what I was gonna say, right? So I worked briefly at the Art Institute, but I worked a few years at Museum of Contemporary Art. And like when they used to have their events and stuff like that, some of the fellas they have wine left over. And a lot of fine foods I never tasted, so I worked for the museum. I used to work security. I used to security for a long, long time. So I was working as security. And you know, they have these events with these artists and stuff like that. And so they, you know, it was always leftovers, leftover wine, leftover pate, leftover caviar. You know, so I got to experience some of those things. And I have to say, and I've tasted wine that was like 100 years old, 80 years old, and supposed to be this good, and even champagne. I even had some champagne that the museum bought up one time. They bought up this champagne. It was over 80 years old, and it was for an event. The event didn't turn out as many people as they thought, because all the people that was coming, they gave them a free bottle of champagne. And it was like maybe 30 bottles left, you know, so I took like a couple home for, you know, everybody took like a couple home and stuff. And I have to say with Barefoot Contessa, because I don't know if they make a champagne, but it's a wine. I look at it as a wine. They have some of the best wine that even matches up. This was my point I'm making. It even matches up to these wines that, you know, people hoard for years and pay a ton of money for it. And these wines are just as good. And I can say I've tasted those wines. I haven't tasted every one, but I've tasted old wine, old champagne, old cognac, old vodka, scotch. You know, because the museum they would never give anything new. Stuff was always aged. You know, and they had a cellar in the basement, but they would even have some of that stuff. You know, not all the time, but they would have some of that stuff. And yeah, so we got to steal some, drink some, you know, experience that kind of stuff. And I have to say, and then I used to go to wine tasting events and stuff. That now that I think they're cheesy, literally, no pun intended. But I think they're cheesy with the wine and the cheese and that stuff like that. I wouldn't go to them now because everybody think they know everything when it comes to drinking wine. Unless I've been drinking wine a long time and I don't know nothing about wine. I just know what I like. And I don't, oh, are you into bullshit? You into, you know, fuck all that shit. I drink what I like. If it's a fruity wine I like, if I come across a Bordeaux or a Chardonnay or whatever the other kinds are, you know, if I taste it, if I like it, I drink it. If I don't, I don't, I won't. You know, because I don't like dry wines. I don't like those type of wine that tastes like you know, somebody's dirty feet stepped on the goddamn grapes and they was like, oh, delicious. So earthly. No, no, thank you. You know, give me what I'm like. I'm one of the people, even if I was really wealthy, I would still be the same person. I mean, I may like a few things more or, you know, or something like that. You know, since we're on that subject, I'm going to bring that up. Since I'm on that subject, bring that up. I know it's a lot of people. They watch these shows about people being wealthy, and everybody wants to give you a direction on how to be wealthy. And I would say it's only one show on TV, on YouTube, or any other channel that's actually showing a person being successful and I'm not going to mention his name, because he's very popular and everything like that. But if to me, wealth should not be the main thing, when you're trying to build something. I mean, in the end, yes, you want wealth. But to sit by and just admire what everybody else got, man, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's nice to look like I like to look at nice houses, but I don't like to look at celebrities in their house. You know, when they going through, well, I got this in Africa. When I was on the set of so and so, I did let me rent this home, and I don't give a crappy ass about none of that. Yes, I love homes, I love modern homes, I love stylistic living and that kind of stuff. But when you get into it where it becomes an any means necessary way to have this kind of stuff, and you would lie, cheat, and steal to get it. Like a lot of these gurus. My point is, I'm making going around to make a long point. A lot of times you get these gurus, so-called gurus, that's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and they tell you how you can make $1 million. They show you this fancy living and nice cars, and tell you all you got to do is drop shipping, or all you got to do is sell stuff over the internet. All you gotta do is watch algorithms. You know, half of that shit is only partially real and the rest be fake. Because if you really, really look at them, they really only pushing a class and maybe a book. And nobody, and then they keep their private life so under lock and key. You know, that any little information you find out about them, you always find out they fake. I mean, it could be anything. And he's like, this fake mother. You know, so I'm telling people, quit falling for that kind of stuff. Because all it's doing is making them, and they black, they come black too. But all it is making them rich, man. You know, when you hear about these people talk about, I got this wellness program where you can make money from this. And did you know, like I get, you know, since I'm starting to pick up a little more people now, I get all these offers about, did you know that you can do this? Or do you know about, I don't know, don't care, and don't give a damn. Quit bringing, sending me this bullshit, your scam, so you can make money, because the legit ones, listen, folks, people that's legit about making money and stuff like that, they're not offering you anything. You got to go to them. And they telling you, well, you got to come to me. This is what it's going to cost you for me to teach you what I know. And here's my proof. These people that be on here, they never have proof. All you ever see is pictures of a car and a house and somebody with a lot of money or they dress nice. That's not enough to tell me that what you're doing is successful. I don't buy it. And y'all shouldn't buy it either. It's a bunch of bullshit. All success, people work really hard for it. I mean really hard. And just as when you see this commercial, well, I made $80,000 shop tripping, you a goddamn lie. And if you made 80,000, that was per year. Okay, that wasn't all in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And the ones that do make their money out of fortune, well, I'm not saying that it's none that don't make it. I'm pretty sure it is because we have a high demand for stuff. People want to get stuff. Some people have a niche where they can get stuff and get a niche. But when you hear them people like this, I see one on this man on I think it's Facebook all the time, and these people looks like they're sitting in an apartment or something, and he'll walk around. How much did you make last week? They look on the thing. I made $36,000 here. How much did you make last week? Oh man, I made $18,000. They lying. They are lying. That's all I can tell you is that they're lying their ass off. Yeah, it is people that do that. I never say it's not. It is people. But the majority of folks, y'all, you're not going to make that kind of money. You're going to be hustling. It makes you hustle for somebody else. And that's the scheme that you folks got to keep quit falling for. Because if you look at it, stop and take all the sparkles and all of the hoopla and dreams of delusions of grandeur, take all that away and then listen to what they say. And then listen to how they implement what they say. Those are the two keys right there that should tell you right then and there that half these people is full of shit. They hustling you. Well, put it this way. You is they hustle. That's what it is. You know. And they have a half-baked, a little legitimate program, that you could jump on, real quick. And well, it only gonna cost you $19.95 to get started. But once you get up in there, all of a sudden, it's $400-$500. Even I fell for that. Okay, even I fell for it because I was trying so hard to get out the workforce, and these people was offering this. Well, the potential of it being successful was real, but the way that they did it was just nothing but a pyramid scheme because they knew a lot of people weren't going to pass them tests. They wasn't giving you good studies to pass them tests. There's only giving you a limited time to learn this shit. It was a lot to learn. It was just, my mother convinced me that, and I had spent like over $500, and she convinced, listen, you could still do this and get and get your insurance license, but the way that they had you doing it was nothing but a scam, man. So I went and took the test and I saw how the test was. I pulled out of it, because they like, well, come on, you can come back and you got to pay this much. Fuck y'all, I'm not paying nothing else. Nothing else. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go to a college, and get an accredited degree or take classes in a place where somebody can sit me down and teach me. Not that I have to really sit at home and teach myself, which is harder when you have distractions and all that kind of stuff, and you don't really understand a lot. You gotta look up everything. It's just it was a nightmare, and I hate I ever done it. But I did make a couple of friends out of it. That was the good thing about it. and they still seem to be doing it. So even though they're friends now, that tells me they was in on they was in on the pyramid shit themselves. It's because that's all it is. I mean, it does have a legitimate part. That's the point I'm making. A lot of these companies have a legitimate part because they have to. They're not to sue the crap out of them. So they have a legitimate part, but they make you jump through these hoops or create a whole different scenario that you have to abide by that makes you don't it makes you unsuccessful. You don't be successful. And the closer you see you want to try to get to them, the further they are away. So that should tell you. Because a person that's going to teach you something, you never see them coming to you. Never see them. You learn about these people. Hey man, I learned this from Mr. So and so. Or I got this knowledge from so and so. They'll never come up there. What? You want to get $1 million? Come and visit my seminar, and you're gonna make. That's bullshit, folks. Quit falling for it. Quit falling for it. Because all they pushing is words in either a book or some bullshit. That they created to make you think that you can do these things. It's very few people that's legit about it. And like I said, if you notice, they don't come to you. Think about that was just a piece of advice because I get a lot of that stuff. So it makes me think if I get a lot of that stuff, other people must get it too. And in these times that we're in, you know what I'm saying? We want money. People want money, But there's nothing easy. Nothing comes easy, folks. Nothing, And if it do, it's either one or two things. It's a blessing or a curse. As well, And it's gonna be hard to figure out which is which. you know. But back to the weed. I just had to, talk on that for a second. Back to the weed. This is a really good weed. I mean, if I don't smoke no more right now, I'll be blowed for a while. I'll be happy for a while. But it's good weed. I'm going to recommend it. I have been getting some mediocre to, yeah, I've been hardly any weeds that, well, in the past, I would say the past 5 marijuanas that I had, I'd say maybe 1 to 2, maybe even got past 75. You know, I think maybe only one got past 75. Which is a very good, because anything under 75 is good. Which, like I said before, it really depends on the person. Different strokes for different folks, people. But all I do, I give my honest opinion. I try to break the weed down for you and just explain to you, because, in the streets they call this loud, but it's just hydro. It's just hydro weed. That's all it is, And it's grown faster. It's grown stronger. Which, like I said in the beginning, I didn't like, but as I learned more about the weed, I really don't have a problem with it as long as they don't contaminate, as long as they don't hurt. You know, I have no problem with what they're doing with God's herbs. I bet you, if there's other people in the universe, that exist. Because I say if they are, they're probably humanoid type people. They might not look like us. I mean, our physics. They're probably humanoids. They bipedal, hog shit, breathe, eat. Same as us. It may just look a little funny or whatever, different color or something like that. This probably would be like worth gold to them because I can't. Even if it was another planet, you can't guarantee that the stuff that's gonna grow on that planet can be identical to the stuff that grows on this planet. And it may be some stuff that's even better than this on this planet, because we contaminate everything. But just say it was a bunch of aliens and they came across weed, you know. And so if there is aliens, they might be harvesting weed. Shit, like, what, we go grow our own shit. But just think they wasn't familiar with marijuana that came to this planet. And somebody said, what, we call this cannabis, marijuana, smoke a little bit, you know. Them probably invade the planet for this shit, boy. No more friends with humans. We want all the weed. See, I'm tripping. I'm high. I'm tripping. So all to you, beautiful young ladies that gives me all these nice invitations. Thank you very much. But no, thank you. I'm flattered. I am really flattered. I am. I've never had so many invitations at one time, you know. But thank you, but no, thank you. I really appreciate it. And some of y'all is a little bit on the raunchy side. Thank you. Maybe if I was 30 years younger and, you know, not married. or 30 years younger and married. They don't tell that shit, but you know. But anyway, I would just be in my 20s then. Yeah, but thank you very much. I appreciate the flattery. Thank you. That's all I can say about that is thank you. And some of the guys, thank you too. Can't leave them out. Thank you as well. I'm deeply flattered. We're gonna leave it at flattery. That's gonna be it. But I get a lot of women from Africa. I mean, I know it's light skinned men in Africa. It's got to be because Sade is from Africa. That soccer player, he from Africa. Some parts of Africa, you know. So it's, you know, I maybe you know what, folks, y'all might have a thing for light skinned men. We're not white people. Okay, we're not white people. We just light skinned black folks. Okay, nothing white about us. You know, we don't have white people money. Okay, we don't have white people jobs. You know, we don't have a white people lifestyle. It's still black folks everything. If you came here looking for a light skinned black man, you're still gonna live like a black man, like a black person. Okay, it's not gonna be a mixed relationship. So I think that's why I get so many women from different parts of Africa because I'm yellow. You know, that's yellow. I'm just light skinned. I'm still Afro descendant or whatever. That was a really good weed, man. I should have just smoked another joint and have another show, but no, I got to move on to the next one. That was good weed. To my the guys that got the show, go check out the Irene, and then you do your show and you tell me what you think of it if I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're going to raid. I mean raid. We're going to rate. Okay, I can't talk. We're going to rate Just Irene. Just Irene. Listen, I love it. It's excellent. Okay, I might be our first 100, you know, but for the smell, it's a very unique smell. I haven't smelled it before. I can't match it up to anything. I like the smell, but I can't give it a 10 because this is my first experience with it. But I'm going to give it a 9. Maybe once I experience some more of it, a little bit, you know, I can judge it off of that or something that's better. But it's good. It's really good. Like I said, it's a unique smell, and the taste is different too. But you can taste a hint of the sweetness in there. You can. It is a lot of, not a hint. It really is a sweet tasting weed. You know, it's almost like it's honey in it or something. You know what I'm saying? It's very sweet, goes down very good, very smooth. But it will sit on them lungs, and you will bark this shit up, man. If you take you deep inhale it. But if you smoke it slow, you see, I didn't even cough no more. Maybe a little bit here and there. After that, I took small pulls, and then after a while, I wasn't even smoking it. So, you know, I'm gonna have to give the taste, which is unique in itself. I'll give it a 9. I won't be biased about that. Flavor is about the same way. I think it's pretty good, you know. But I don't know if it's a 9 or a 10. So to be a little on the conservative side, I get a flavor. Okay. Texture, perfect. It's perfect. Exactly how I like it. No stickiness, no gumminess, breaks down, not fluffiness, not the crumbs. Perfect. I'm giving the texture a 10. Buzz a high. It was no buzz, it was a high. Go straight to your head. I'm gonna get a high, a 9. Okay, point of peak. There was a peak. That was very early in the joint. I gotta give it up there too, man. So I'm gonna give it a 9. You know, accessibility. My boy gets it from the dispensary. I'm gonna have to say accessibility is it's gotta be high. So I'm gonna say 10. Quality. Some of the best quality I've seen in a long while. I can't really. I don't have any complaints about it. The only complaint I can say is I never smelled that smell before. I mean, other than that, I have no complaints. I have to give it a 10. Okay. Potency. There we go again. Very high potency, even though it's smooth, like I was telling you guys before. You can have smooth weed that don't give you a choke, but if you get it up in there, it make you choke, you know. Potency is up there. I don't know if I'm being biased, but I'm only gonna get a potency of 9 because I have had weed that was really stronger than this. So, but I mean, this is strong for this weed. We're judging just this weed. I've been conservative and give it a 9. Comfortability, that was a heavy call. I gotta give it up there with. I'm gonna have to give it a 7. So give me a minute, folks, and let me add this up. Now, the music may go off. Oh, it didn't. I'm shocked. Okay, so smell we gave a 9. Taste we also gave a 9. The flavor we gave an 8. The texture we gave a 10. The buzz of high we gave a 9. Point of peak I also gave it a 9. This is gonna be a higher one here, folks. Accessibility I gave a 10 because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of it out there. Quality I gave it a 10 as well. Potency I gave it a 9. And comfortability, which is one of the highest, I gave a 7. And that, folks, equals 90. Wow, 90. Wow, we got a 90. Another excellent. So we got a 90 on this one. So we got an excellent today, folks. Check out the score. Wow, so this one, and would I buy again? That's a definite yes. Exclamation mark. That was, wow. I had to be, I felt I was honest about everything. I almost gave potency a 10. I think if I'd have gave potency a 10, we'd have had, 97, something like that. We'd have been almost, it'd have been close to 100. If I'd have gave flavor a 9 or 10, then I would have been, but I was being conservative on the flavor. But we still got a 90. So go out there, find Just Irene. That's the name of it. So you can see it again. Just Irene, you know. And you won't be disappointed, folks. You won't be. I guarantee that. That was some really, really good food. So we had fun today. Well, I had fun today, like I always do. And uh, come back real shortly. We're gonna have another show. I got hopefully another great weed to show you on the show. But until next time, folks. Bye bye. And Tokefreely.